Welcome back, everybody. Hope everybody's having a great day. And we're going to get into, or a great evening, depending on where you are. And we're going to get into a little bit of a random livery stream. I don't really know what I'm going to create today, but I got an idea where to start with. I'm just going to share a few places here, and then we'll get after it. I think we're going to do the group 3 4C since I don't think I have a thing on it. I don't know if my idea is going to work well with the 4C, but we're going to go with it. So, boom, 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 boom. No. Let's see. We'll share it here real quick. This one. Get my chat going up here in the corner. Let's share it over here. If you guys haven't, make sure you go and check out my Livery 101 series too. Try to put that in a smaller, more digestible format instead of the long stream ones. I know I touch on a lot of tips and tricks and we go over stuff when I do streaming, but it's a lot harder to go back and rewatch a couple hour stream and find what you're looking for. So that's good enough for me for now. We're going to rock with that. I'm going to pull up my chat here real quick. On the side. So I have it a little bit bigger when I miss stuff, and I'm going to jump in here into this 4C. Got my morning coffee. All right. Why did my music in my ear stop? What's up? All right. Let's jump in. Create. Just going to work out on white canvas here for now. I think my first move actually might be Hey, Papa, good morning. How are you? Well, for however long you stay, I got something to try to put you to sleep at work. So I'm sure you'll be jumping around. There's definitely. Hey, Leo, what's up? I'm sure there's more interesting things going on today. Let's see. See if there's anything I can find. I just want this to work because I can change the colors. I think that's what I'm going to use. I'm going to make sure there's nothing out here that's already kind of Arizona iced tea colors. Kind of would work if I changed a white background. Hey, Evil Melon, what is going on? How are you doing? How's the other side of Wisconsin? Oh, we'll see. I don't even drink either, Leo. I thought, you see the can art and it just seems like fun, so. Oh yeah, do you guys get any snow yesterday? I didn't really see how far everything was spanning. We got hit here with like 11 inches of snow. Hey, what's up, MCA? Rain turned into snow. That's almost the worst. Yeah, we had first like we didn't get crap for snow this year, so hold on guys, I have some music in my ears and it's just way too loud right now. I feel like I'm yelling at myself here. Yeah, we didn't get crap for snow this year. Yep. Yeah, we're south of the cities here. Stuff's gonna wrap weird, but yeah, we've had a year of just nothing. And so this snow is I don't know. My kids loved it, so that's what matters, I guess. Oh, nice. I'm assuming they're closed already. If you guys were like us, you haven't had much. You guys probably haven't had much, so I'm gonna mask over probably the back anyways back there, so I'm not worried about how it's wrapping around. At least that's what's in my head. We'll see. At least you're within a good. How long does that take you to get up to the OP? Yeah, MCA. I'm already finding it a pain. I have no liveries on it, so I just picked it. I don't know if it's gonna work for what I want or not. So, and if I'm gonna care enough about how these things are skewing, I might just try to put it on 127. I know my my brothers have gone up into Michigan. I don't think they've done the UP, but to go find snow because we've kind of been, yeah, the last couple of years have been pretty bad. I haven't ridden my sled in 4 hours of stops. I haven't ridden my sled in 3 years. Pretty bad, to be honest. Pretty sad. Just sitting in the shed. I did take it. I got the carbs cleaned out and everything. I thought maybe this would be the year get the girls out and at least take them in my parents' back field. And, oh, I don't want to have the depth that far. 7, that's not too bad. Yeah, that up here is kind of going to be a pain. The way it wraps. Hey, what's up, Santa Miguel? My newest Reddit buddy. I'm already hating the 4C for this idea I had. I love how the Arizona tea color I chose looks exactly like I'm highlighting the area to work on. We'll see. I'm gonna keep going for now. We'll see if I scrap this idea, especially with the lines I want to use. It might be better for like this car seems like it would work more for flowy, and with the checkered style of Arizona cans and stuff. I don't know. We're gonna roll with it for now, though. This is part of the process. It's part of the process of sometimes an idea won't work. Sometimes you can make it work, though. I don't know. Yeah, so I was literally looking for a car based just on what I didn't have liveries for. Like I don't have anything for the 4C, which is part of the only reason I went for it. But it's like that's gonna be, and this is aligning with the camera. The surface actually is straighter, which is weird. Not there, of course, but that's crazy. On a lot of cars, you can get perfectly, like really, really good straight lines by doing a line with the camera and looking directly left or right. But because of the crazy lines on this car, even looking directly with the camera creates these waves. Yeah, mess around with it, especially like it's really nice for. I know it's. I kind of that's kind of a fun, cool line. But the thing is, I wouldn't keep it like that anyways. Yeah, Santa Miguel, Miguel. Uh, cool changing with that because like you see where it wraps around the car a little more straight. If you were trying to just do a straight line around it, like when you're depending on what angle you're looking at, but if you're looking directly from the left, like if you do a line with surface, it just I mean it was at an angle, but yeah, it can help you adjust how you're putting decals on. So play around with that and your angle and depth too. I turned them all up because I was trying to get the line to go all the way through. Mm. Just I'm in debate if I want to do this or not. I don't mind. Like if you look at Arizona cans, they're not perfect anyways. They're kind of these funny looking squares. So I don't care if they skew a little bit and they get taller up here. It's just what to do with the line. I don't know if I want to spend that much time just trying to. Hey, Parquet, what's going on? Or maybe if I just put something else on this and I save the Arizona iced tea for a different car later. Well, for now, I'm going to go back to a regular car. I'm just maybe going to wing it. I was mostly winging it anyways. What did I want to do? See if my other idea I've had festering in my head for a while will work on here. That's the fun thing about if you go into the livery editor with an idea, but not for a car specifically, and you get in there and it doesn't work. I don't know if this is going to work either because it's got this crazy scoop up top. There's maybe I just do it on the Porsche. I don't even know what the livery was. There's a Porsche in real life livery I saw that had like from top looking down, or if you're looking at the car, an off center kind of almost racing stripe type thing. Pretty simple, but an off center stripe's not really going to look good here. But I had an idea to work off of with that. I don't know with the hood scoop, it's going to work how I want it. A stripe down the middle might be okay, but this kind of will look awkward, I feel like. This isn't what I would actually do. This is just me wanting to look at this off center. I mean, maybe it'd be okay. Especially there's this weird like brace in there. All right, the hood scoop might not mess that up much. Let me see on the hood. Just want to see on the hood, and then let me just make this longer. This car is, I really like, I mean, the look of the 4C, this is a cool looking car. This is a pain. This is a pain to think about attacking. All right, I'm gonna at least try my other idea. Most of it is a very basic idea, and then the rest is trying to figure it out anyways. No, nothing's flat, MCA. Nothing's flat. Not a thing. I didn't move these decals to the top though. I don't remember which way I wanted to do it. Filled? No. All right, I gotta change my reference photo over here. All right. Just to get a better idea in my head, my colors I want to work with. I'm over here pulling up pictures. Okay. An off yellowish white, gold, black. Okay. Back might look funky. And I don't know if I'm going to care to try to change the angle, so I might just mask off the back. We'll see. Or that one. Let's just do this for now. We can decide if we're going to follow that through later. I'm gonna put. I was gonna put that on as a placeholder, but it's not gonna matter. It gets so skewed putting it there that I'll do it after the body. 65. I wish you could change the looking. Like this is your only body to camera preset. And Arnold Palmer. Did I miss that earlier? Set now. Hey, comfy corner. Hey, Subi. We're winging it this morning. I've already had to give up on one idea. And I hope I stay with this. Can't remember which one I liked better. I'll leave that here for now. Yeah, there's a lot of little quality of life things that would be great. I forgot I was doing, I could have done these strips on the side first because it would give me where the straight line is down here, but I don't know what I'm doing yet on the side of the car, so I'm not going to mask this all the way down. What I was looking for, and I was almost going to go look at trying to create one, but then I didn't feel like doing it, was a negative decal for Jack Daniels. I don't think I ever found one. Controversial, controversial sponsor right now. These things have been sitting in my collection for too long. There's a, I don't know how that would look masked off in negative. I wanted the main one. Oh, I think they, I thought they said something publicly after all of the Canada pulling American liquor. I could be wrong. I just saw Jack Daniels' name mentioned, but it could have just been, because they're one of the big ones that's in Canada. However, that was a whole big thing yesterday. I feel like Canada was pulling all the U.S. liquor in response to. I'm not going to get all the political stuff. There's too much going on right now. I don't know if this is going to look good, especially with these body parts. And I don't know if the black is going to be enough to really pull that. Oh, yeah, we might not. Hey, what's up, Captain? Howdy. I just remembered I might not be doing black on this part anyways, so I was going to. Yeah, we're not going to do a negative on the side, I don't think. So I just remembered these. I was going to do more like the Jack Honey, like bottle, which is like this off-white. No, not the small ones. The big one. See if I can. That's kind of close without even having to go into the color picker. Close to what I want. We're gonna go in the color picker. Let's go see. What's up, Shaggy? I have no. I wish I didn't know this car and pick this car. I picked it because I got nothing on it, but boy, for just wanting to do a relaxed, chilled stream, I don't know if I'm picking the correct car. I just wanted to chill, and this is gonna make me overthink the whole time, which is not what I was looking for. We're gonna roll with this for now. I'm gonna try not to overthink this. I was just trying to do something simple for a stream and not just relax. Is what I was looking for. This is the opposite of a relaxing car. I found out though. Oh, God, I keep taking my chat down. Yeah, so, what's funny about that is I used some on the Group 4 because the Group 4 is not much different than this car. I used some fades and stuff towards the back and middle of the car just to make something simple because I was upset with how it was going. we'll just keep going with it. We'll see what happens here. I gotta look at what I even. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to just flip it. I don't think I'm gonna do that over the top of this. Might still use it back there, just not with the chrome. I kind of wanted to leave a little bit of chrome on the side, not just be straight through the middle. I could always maybe leave it on the bottom. So that bottom is part of like, I think it's other. Nice. I didn't know he was colorblind. Everything about this car is just. Is he actually color? You know, it's not just joking because it's Sparks. So like, calling him colorblind, uh, I could see as being a joke too. But you're for real? Ah, I gotta not do that so far. Well, he said, all right, that was good. I mean, it could be, yeah, you never know with Sparks. What a character. Uh, oh, that's crazy. All right, MCA. Sorry you didn't get to see more. If you come back, maybe there'll be a finished livery. I was hoping to do something simple, and it was going to end up being my thumbnail for this when I was done. So we'll see where we get. Appreciate you stopping in, though. See if I can make something out of this. Lot of winging it here. I promise something will come out of this. I just don't know what yet. 1%. Later. Oops. Don't restore to the original color. I might be switching some of these color combos the way they are on their up too. I don't know yet. Like that might look alright. Or changing to these lines. Sometimes those things can change and pop more once we finish the rest and then put on some like sponsors and such, which might be a mix of white and dark. Yeah, probably a mix of white and dark since that's kind of what it is on the bottle. Hey, what's up, Wesley? How are you? These lines are just weird. Let's go and try to put on this hex. What size is it? 65, 65. Let's try to put on one up front that doesn't look like crap. So putting one on this way compared to running it further down, like if you're looking down, it'll skew it different. I'll still have to play with it here a little bit, but nice, nice. What was the livery on? Yeah, like hate it. Trying to find the right angle. Hey Nugs, what's up? We're gonna abandon this one. Gonna try. Hey, appreciate it. Appreciate it. How are you this morning? I like how just such a simple thing. Yeah, maybe. It's giving me fits right now, so this angle might work a little bit better though. God, I feel like no matter what, it's going to be a little funky. And down at the bottom, it's crossing over. I wonder if I can skew it at all. Wrong way. Might have to start this decal over again. Like no matter what, it's probably going to be a messy part. Dealing with honeycomb on lines such as this stupid car, there's going to be some blemishes, and the blemishes are right there. Nice, nice. I will be on the lookout. I always check out other people's works. There's always things to learn from other people, get ideas off of. Everybody gets creative blocks sometimes. And just seeing other people's livery, sometimes you're like, hey, that part of that car is really cool, and I know a way to use that. No, that part's good enough for me. I'm going to leave that. I'm done dealing with it for now. Let's try to figure out the back here. My foot is cramping, which is great. I'm here to teach. All right, just gotta make sure it doesn't bleed over the top. Um, there. So this is the same thing as the front. There's always going to be a spot, that angle down here we're just going to have to deal with. Oh, that top, is that going through? I think it is. It is. There. So yeah, little things. That was a little thing, but that one was bleeding down to the bottom. That's messy enough as it is. Because of the angle, I don't need to have two decals overlapping each other down there, so. Let's mask the rest of this part off here. Put that angle up just so it wraps around that little vent. Sometimes if you don't put the angle up, you'll see a little shade of gold there. Duplicate that symmetrically. I may change this gold too. I'm trying to hit that goldish, amber, bronzish type look of like Jack Daniel's honey whiskey in the bottle. With the chrome though, because I want to try to have it pop over the colors I'm using. I'm gonna go in the back and do this wing the same way, hopefully. You can always change that color, that base at the end. So that's way too big. 65. I want this to wrap around. Let's see. That looks about right. No, no, do not abandon. Make sure it wrapped around to the back nicely. It did. Let's do the striping here. That was 1%. Which way is correct? That's not the way that's correct. This way. It's 1%. Honestly, I think it's bigger than. Here's why putting direct inputs in is really nice, and I don't do it enough. Oh, I didn't even do this. There we go. So you can put direct inputs in for your size and everything. So if you go into your little edit decal, you press triangle, you can put your exact width, length, so vertical, horizontal, and your exact rotate. So you want to do 90 or whatever, and making it transparent. I didn't do the exact 1% on the other parts. I just eyeballed it. But that 1% can be different. I'll go and show one over here. But so this is 1% right now. That's 1% as well. It finally goes to 2. But if you're doing it manually with the scaling of like the right stick, it can be widely different if you're trying to be precise. So I should have done that on the body of the car. Oh well. We're just eyeballing a lot of stuff, so it is what it is. Also, another tip if you want to get, say, the next line exactly the same, that's gold or bronze, whatever you want to call this, you can put another line in there, like another black one, and then delete it. So you can use a placeholder for a little bit. I'm again eyeballing it, but it's close enough to me. There'll be some cases oops, there's some cases I care about being precise. If I'm doing a livery competition or something, or creating stuff for somebody, I'm a little more picky. When it's my own stuff, like sometimes I don't get as picky. I just eyeball it. Looks good. Those all look pretty much. When you're doing 150, hopefully you don't see this anyways. This is one of those really cool cars that don't wrap around the wing. I don't understand too why some cars that's paintable, the left and right inside wing, and it's not on others. Why? It is not paintable on this car. Rest of it is, but the inside isn't, which is fine. Kind of gives that pop of chrome again, which I'm totally cool with having. That's the point of this car, is I'm masking most of it off to keep some pop of color. I think what we're going to end up doing on the hood is something like this down here. So I'll just placeholder for ideas right now, but I think that's kind of what's in my head. I don't have a honey. Oh, I do have one that says honey whiskey on it. Okay. Only one though. I don't have the other options. I could probably use this and mask stuff off if I wanted to, but hey, Led, what's going on, man? Just trying to chill today. Might just do the Jack Daniels later. Well, we're gonna let that sit for now. I was just putting stuff in as a placeholder for now. I hate having widely different SKUs. But we might. We'll work on that later. Let's work on the side of the car for now. What does the normal this one look like? The only thing I'm not going to use this one. Whoever did it, I should see if I can do one myself. Whoever did it, did these letters get, I can tell this is probably done in Inkscape. And when this isn't drawn themselves, they used, I forgot the specific name. If MCA was still here, he would remember. But basically, it'll do an auto trace type thing, and it'll come out, and there's always messy stuff. with the nodes that are on there, and that's what's on here. You don't see it until you get close, but I'm not going to use that here. We'll just use the regular ones. A lot of these other ones are cleaner decals than that. I'm gonna go research Jack Daniels. I think this is the one I have in my, let's see. Yeah, I have that one in my collection. I want to make sure, was this in my collection? Let's re-put it in there if it's not. At the front. Let's make sure I have everything I need here. Oh, hey, I wonder if that one's any better. I saw one that said honey on it. It's too small to see if it's good. Right, Led? Led, that's how I know what went wrong because I've done it. Those are the things I'm constantly trying to fix. They're not like part of it I can deal with, like with the lettering when it's a little janky, because Jack Daniels kind of has a little bit of a weird um, lettering, so you don't see. But like when it has those little no pieces left over where it wasn't cleaned up very well, that's where it's just all right. Let's see what this looks like. It was so small. Such a simple little thing, just trying to pick out. Making it the opposite of simple, though. We're winging things and putting them on there right now just to see how they look. Might change a bunch of stuff up still, so. Just need to get my pictures back. I know I used to have. Gosh. More things like this. Like the outside of the bottle, and were there any in there? It's the rest of the bottle. That's not going to work. What are they called? Hey, Rowdy. What are they called? I wonder if I just do. That's going to bring up 18 pages. See if I can quickly go through these and find what I'm looking for. Just want some of these, like. Here we go. A pinstripe. That's what I was looking for. If there's any more I can find quick. I have. It's kind of janky. Is this the same one? This is the same one, isn't it? Yeah, it is. My chat's going wild right now. Well, this is part of the reason I had an idea in my head, so I didn't have to go looking for a bunch of decals. But here we are. Yeah, same Wesley. There's so many things. There's so many things that I would I would like to be updated. They changed the search function, which helped searching a bit. Like, but I still don't get all the results I want. Like, I had to. Some of it comes down to how people share them too, and the wording they use. I know. So MCA who is here. It's not a PC editor, but he does, I think, work off of a laptop. I think it's just he throws it, just doing it like mobile, but that really isn't a help to having an actual like PC editor. But hey, this shows exactly the full struggles of livery making at times. Where you're getting to see everything, and this is why I don't have time to go and go through my collection and make it clean. That's why my collection is 34 pages of junk. Because I'll do stuff like this, and then when I go to my next livery and start working on it, I don't go back and clean up what I don't need. Even though I mean to go put stuff like in favorites that I want to keep, but yeah, or like I wish like you could select multiple decals and change their color like a bunch at a time because like I may switch up the colors on what colors what on this one to see what it looks like and I'm gonna have to do it one by one, which isn't fun. It doesn't take that long, but it's also just annoying. All right, we're close to done here. I just want to make sure there's no more of those like pinstripes. I could probably put in pinstripes, but those ones were actually for Jack Daniels, which is what I was looking for. I've used them before because I did a Jack and Coke livery, so I knew they were out here because I used them on the Jack and Coke livery. So, all right. Yeah, that would be cool. CC. Gotta decide on a good secondary gold. Hey, Nando, what's up? I actually should change this. I should change this now because I'm probably doing semi-gloss decals. Help me figure out which paint I want to do better or the colors that work better. Michael Jackson livery. Woo-hoo. All right. Like I just don't know that I want that on there. We just put one shiny glove right on the side. I think I might just go closer to my classic style liveries. Yeah, yeah, I've been there too. It is for sure annoying, especially when you get into those ones. Like you said, you I forgot how many decals you said on the one you just finished, but it was a lot, and I've had plenty like that. I'm not doing those kind of ones on stream. I've had ones that were close to maxing out. Hey, TKs that have been close to maxing out. I don't want to do that on stream. I would lose my head. Appreciate the lurk. Yeah, well, Nando, I don't know where we're going with it, so hopefully it keeps looking great. I'm mostly playing around with decals right now to see what feels okay and what doesn't. The basic idea of this offset racing stripe is going to stay. All of the decals are up for possible movement. I'm I'm gonna make it racing style. It's not gonna be just Jack. And I'm also going to add in my normal style, probably number plates and such. I'm gonna keep it number 7 for old number 7, but oops. But yeah, part of the reason I'm doing this one, Nando, is I don't have a livery for it myself. Yeah, I might switch. I don't know yet, CC. I might switch it up. I just had the idea of the reason I started with this way, just to give a look inside my creative dumb brain. Um, was thinking about the bottle, the actual bottle of Jack Daniel's honey. Is this like creamy whitish color? And that's where this pinstripe came from. Is there kind of gold on it as well? This like they're not as shiny. There's this off gold tan. That's where the start came from of the idea. But that's why I also did say I might be changing up. I'm gonna place a few more things before going too far, but that's just where my head started. But I did say I might change up these colors once I get into it. And I still may even be changing up even just the honeycomb. Like even just changing the honeycomb with the black stripe. Like I kind of like that look too. Ooh, I gotta make sure they're the bottom layer though. So otherwise they overlap the black if I keep that black. Okay, those are the bottom layers. Fancy. Probably could literally make a secondary version. CC. Oh, Nightbot. Probably could do a secondary version of it. I'm gonna keep running with this for right now. Can't even barely tell that that's a brown. Can there, but back of this car is so weird. Wally. We tried getting our our kids to watch Wally. When was that? Not long ago, but they're not. They don't take well to new movies they haven't watched. This makes it real fun trying to watch a new movie because, like, how do we get out of the same movies we've watched over and over again? But like when you start putting decals on here, you start like it's like look at how simple everything else is, mostly clean lines, and you can start putting decals on here. It starts looking good. I know that's what we have to do, CC, if we want to. I can't remember. My wife was like, "Let's watch Wally," and kids were not having it. All right, I'm gonna go to this other section. I haven't touched it yet. What am I doing with it? I'm just trying to like wrap around this a little more. This is really hard. If that looks any different than this side. Barely. Wraps a teeny bit. I want to keep that bottom trim, the gold. Try to clean up. Oops. All right, let's see if I can do what I want to do. Sometimes what I want to do in my head doesn't always come out. Actually, that's going to work. All right, let's take care of all of that. I wonder if I can. Let's see what it looks like. Okay, where'd you go? Cool. No. What is it under? I really thought the back. Okay. Um, don't tell me you just can't paint the back. You can't paint the back wings underneath the diffusers. They're just gold no matter what. I mean, I can probably maybe go paint them. That's so lame. Probably under other. They're under other, but you can't paint them. So I can't change the color of the rear diffusers. Because if I change it, it changes all the other parts that I want to be this gold. Cool. Appreciate it. Yes, I do. Yes, I do appreciate you. Alright, that's cool. Like that, another thing, livery editor. Come on, PD, why? Why is it in other, but like you can't actually paint it in other? It'll look fine in gold. I wanted to try to get just these wings on the diffuser, see if I could make them this tan. Oh well, whatever. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Gold? Phil? Leave it for right now? Leave it for right now. I forgot I did this. And I didn't go back and fix it. I'm making that bigger, not smaller. Come on, guys. All right, now I got to do the other side. Find where this decal is. Oh, it's not the right decal. I have to pull these back because I want that bottom stripe to go all the way through. So that's what I'm doing right now. Kind of made a mistake earlier. There, now it doesn't. Oh, yeah, it does. There. Now it doesn't cover it. All right. Line that up. Okay. Now all we got to do is fill in these little spots here. There. Now the lines go through the bottom. Hey, K Speed. Yeah, we're doing a little Jack Daniels honey livery. We are putzing through it. Yeah, when I do these livery ones, if people ask me questions, I'll slow down. Otherwise, I kind of just start going. But hey, how's it going, Mav? Hopefully, work's not too bad. I don't know if I like that pop of color more. I feel like I do. Than the contrast. The gold just kind of sinks into the gold. I don't know about expert, but I do work on a lot of liveries. People compliment me on them, but I there's a lot to learn still. So, but yeah, you ever got questions, man? Just ask. I do livery streams here and there just to chill. I like racing. If I don't like the dailies, I'll just toss it for the week. I'm not about ready to put myself through dailies I don't enjoy, so I think I'm gonna add that white. I like that white. But appreciate you stopping in and saying that. I'm glad it's hitting some people out there. I do have I'm trying to and I don't have editing stuff, so like when I say I'm trying to do a shorter form, like not short form, but like just videos of helpful livery videos to help people make their own. I don't have a whole bunch of editing stuff, so it's I basically just talk over what I'm doing, but it's a little more digestible when you're trying to learn at least. But yeah, so if you ever want to go back, you can rewatch or go back to those. There's only 3 out so far, but I'm trying to get more ideas. I'll probably work on style ones coming up here soon. One sec here. I'll read that. I like that pop of white color. Slow down button. All right. So you talk about side windows then. Let's see. Oh no, we have no windows in the 4C. However, we can replicate that here anyways. As long as you're meaning, JK, if you're meaning the side windows, I assume, because it's duplicating, it's lining up on the other side. We'll do it on the body, just as an example. But you can do this when you pick window as well, so long as the window is editable. So if you want it to line up perfectly on the other side, we'll use body as an example. When we go in here to select our decal, make sure you're on either left or right, either one, but keep it in line. And then pick your decal. We'll just use a circle for an example. Go over all the way to the left to your projection range. Switch the projection type to align with the camera. Switch your limit angle all the way up and switch your limit depth all the way up. And this works on the window as well. So basically what we did is the decal we're lining up with the camera, and that's why we chose exactly left. And we put the angle and depth up, which means this circle is now almost like a cylinder like going through. So it is exactly on the other side. So you just think of it as cutting through the car basically, as long as you're exactly left or right. I'll just do an example. I'll choose another white circle. Let's change the color to black. But now I'm angled a little bit different. I'm going to do the same exact thing I just did. Align with camera, angle all the way up, depth all the way up. See how it's not in the same spot? It's because I was angled up. So it's still going directly through the car, but now the angle isn't exactly level, so it's not in the same spot. So always make sure when you pick it, when you add a layer, you pick left or right, and stay on that until you pick your decal and change it to align with camera, angle up, depth up, and it'll go straight through. Same thing for the window though. When you're on the window, you can pick left or right. Pick left or right, pick your decal, change to the right camera view, angle up and depth up. And once you pick all of that, you can adjust your camera and move it anywhere. Like if I since it's already set, I can move it anywhere now and it's going to be in the exact same spot. So you can change your camera after. Anyways, that should work for the window too. Um, I've done the same stuff in the window. I'll do tints sometimes in the window and on the other side. Just know that just know that it's exactly going through the car. So if you use a sponsor decal that way, it is going to be backwards. Oh, it's because I don't have the camera the right way. I thought maybe I could show us an example here. It's going to be mirrored. So obviously don't do that with sponsor decals. With sponsor decals, just duplicate on the opposite side. So hopefully that answered that. Hey Henry, what's up, man? Hey Steven, what's going on? How you guys today? Sorry, I like I said, I always take questions during this, so I sidetracked on a good question. So let's see. We're still placing decals and trying to figure out for everybody joining. Appreciate you joining. We're still really just putting stuff on and deciding where I want to put it. So really just winging it right now. We're gonna keep this my typical style of keeping a few colors. Yeah, it helps. It'll help you keep things straight. If you're ever worried about it too, Mav, do the same thing with like a square and make it like a thin line for your letters, and then you can use that thin line as your straight line. Line up all your wording, and then delete the line. That helps keep that straight too. And then if you learn how to do stuff like Inkscape, you can like go there and load your own decals, so you don't have to put them one by one. But that's a whole nother thing, and I don't have the software to try to explain that. I only know the basics of that anyways, so. See if this works there. All right, CC. Have fun. Probably a meeting that could have been an email. Whoops, wrong one. All right. Let's see. Let's go to this. Oh, for a logo to be on two editing areas at once. Explain what you mean a little more. Is it possible for a logo to be on two editing areas at once? I'm not 100% sure what you mean. Maybe I'm just misunderstanding, but I'm not sure what you mean. Just maybe re-explain it. Maybe I'll get it a different way. Two editing areas at once, a logo. Okay, that's 108. Hey, Flash. Not quite as late for you? How are you doing? Thank you, Flash. Yeah, man, I enjoy the racing aspect a ton, but yeah, that's a little bit better. No wonder why I was screwing that up. I enjoy racing, but if I have a week where I just don't care to be daily racing, I'll sit in the livery editor and just chill. Do you mean? All right. So JK. All right. So the body area. Hold on. Let me back out here. So you're on the body, and you want the bottom of the logo to appear on the side skirt. Yeah. So JK, kind of like I just did. Is that where you're speaking of? Basically, I kind of just did. Oh man, that is kind of a little off skew. So I actually did body two right here, right, with part of it. You can't you can't like copy it over to go to the other part, but you can do what I just did, which is I place this logo, and now I have to change stuff anyways. So I place this logo. I have to skew it a little bit. I did not like how it was lining up. And I checked the size, the scale, and then I had to go to body one because it goes over the hood. And then I tried to look at the same angle, and I just placed it to line those lines up, which I hate how much this is skewing right now. So, but you can do that. So I think that's kind of the same as what you're asking, because you were saying body and side skirt. Like on this car, body one is up there and the side skirt's down at the bottom, and you can't place it once, but you can place it twice. Like you just have to try to line it up, and I've done that a lot. So hopefully that's kind of what you were speaking about. Yeah, like you can do it, obviously. You just have to place it twice. You can't like copy it over to the other body section, which would be kind of cool if you could just say copy what's on the hood to body and then put it down, that'd be great because then you wouldn't have to line it up yourself. But you can do it. You just have to make that decal again and just line it up the best you can. Look at it at different angles. This is like a teeny bit off, but honestly, this isn't for somebody. This is just going to be shared out there. Anybody who's here will be able to use this after. But like this is kind of like a personal idea. Some people actually contact me and want me to make them a livery, and in that case, I normally take a little bit more time on some of the little things. Like I might try to mask that off a little bit, but for this, it works fine. Because like technically here on the body, if I was super worried about it, I could grab something. I could grab something like this, make it smaller, maybe skew it out some like this. Like if I'm struggling lining it up, I can do something like this, and you're not gonna. Oops. There. Now it's without lining it up, almost lined up by masking it off with another piece. If you're running into struggles like that, but yeah. And Flash, this is the perfect spot to if you're really chilling, background chill. All right. I'm going to go back to this hood. I don't know. I'm definitely keeping the honeybee on here. Just which color I want to go with. You can do that very easily. I'm glad for the questions, by the way. These two, if you forget what's here, obviously you can go back, rewatch this. Also, go check out on my channel Livery 101. I have 3 parts. In the descriptions, I try to lay out what I went over, and you might be able to find some of the stuff. Keep asking now. I'm here just to chill and answer questions anyway. So let's go to the body again. Actually, super simple, and I believe in my collection I have numbers right now to do that, to show you. So we'll go to collection, and we're going to go get the numbers. Actually, I moved them. I moved them into here. So we got, I had 2 different number 13s. Let's do this one. I'm going to pick the base layer because the base layer is going to give me how big it is so then I can decide what size I want. So pick your base layer, put it anywhere you want. You can change the size to anything you want. Make sure this is the size you want though. Place it, and you can skew it too. Same thing, all of that. On the first base layer, get it where you want, skew it, size, whatever. From here, we're going to go over to layer controls, duplicate it. I have 3 layers on this one, so I'm going to show you 3. If it's only a 2-layered number, just duplicate it once. But I'm going to duplicate it again because I have 3 layers. So now we have 3 set here. Keep your base where it is. Our second layer, if you press triangle over the second layer, go all the way down to replace decal, and then go get your second layer. Mine is in here, down here. And then on your first layer, do the same thing. Triangle to replace. Go find your third layer. Now you have a perfectly lined up, so long as they're supposed to be that way. I assume these numbers are the way you're asking. So it's basically what I call this is duplicate and replace. You're going to duplicate that layer, and then you're just going to replace them. And so no matter how you skew that first one before you duplicate it, it will match because it's just going to replace and put that next layer in. So that works for numbers. That works if you see decals out there that are, you can specifically tell somebody like dropped 20 decals that are all layered and they're naming them 1 through 20. You can do the same thing. Just 20 times duplicate it and then go through and replace everything. So this makes it super clean. I didn't know this when I started. I was adjusting it and like eyeballing it. So yeah, that one's huge. I can't talk. Appreciate it, JK. Thanks for the sub, man. And yeah, you can keep asking questions for me. If I know it, I'll answer it. There's some things I don't know. Like I'm still learning. People teach me. I know other I'm in livery discords and on channels with other people who do some liveries, and I learn stuff from them all the time too. So let's see. Yeah, actually, I think both of those things you just asked might have been in my latest tips and tricks video because there's such key tips that I didn't and tricks that I didn't even know to start with. And once I figured them out, they're like life changing. Right. Um, so Mav, you can say Maverick. Um, so I'll say this. So in JK's example, those numbers were specifically made for that. If you have a logo that isn't specifically made for it, you can do it and help it pop. I will say though, because of like how lettering is, let's duplicate this. So because that back layer isn't meant for it, it's just hidden back there, right? So some things you can do like just like offset it. So all I did was move it a little bit one way and the other, and now you have a little white back there that pops, which I may actually do on this logo. I kind of like that. But obviously you're going to have spots. It's not going to be exactly like the numbers where the white changes which side it's showing, right? Because it's not a full outline like the numbers are meant to be. So you can use it. In some cases, it still looks good. To be honest, I think Jack Daniels almost does this. They don't do a full outline. They basically did a something like this where it's not even on every side. So this actually kind of almost looks fitting. But that's going to be the thing when you do something like this with letters or, you know, it's not going to be exactly how I showed JK the number thing. Because theirs is actually meant for duplicating. If you have a Maverick name or logo that you want to put on and have a backing to it, it's not going to outline perfect. The more shaped something is, so like a square, you could like duplicate more in the back. Like I could dupe this again and keep trying to play with what way. So now I have more of the letters outlined, but there's always going to be a section that might not line up perfect, and you're going to see jagged lines. Something this small you're not going to see, but and for JK, those numbers aren't in there per se. because I'm a NASCAR fan, they ended up being the numbers I like when I found them because I just think there's a lot of really cool numbers. But that said, yeah, I grew up a NASCAR fan. I don't watch a ton anymore. I try to catch some races. Um, but yeah, I grew up a NASCAR fan. I used to always go to Michigan International Speedway every year from like 2006 until 2017. I think it was 17. I stopped going. I've went once since then. Yeah, Maverick. Like I said, try it. It's not always going to work out perfect just because it's not meant to be a backing, but I have used it as a backing. And like I said, I might be using it right now. Oh, for real, JK? Yeah, I went there from '06 to I think 2017 was the last year I went. Every August, the August race when they used to have two. Oh, nice. I'm Midwest. I don't live in Michigan. I have friends who live in Dexter, and we come out and visit. And then we always went to the August race when they had two races. All right, but yeah, then I had my first daughter, and I've only made it out once since having kids, which was 2 years ago, I believe. I don't know. Oh, I hate when they do this on the windshield banner. They cut so much of it off. I don't know that I was going to use this anyways, but probably wasn't going to use it anyways. I mean, I could do the opposite effect. Try to center it. I think it's on that bolt. That's my guess. We're going to keep it for now, and I'm going to keep going. Oofta. Did I say oofta? I don't even catch myself saying stuff like that, so that is not going to. Well, maybe it's okay. I don't know if we're going to keep that backing or not. Oh, you just wanted to fit in? Oofta. Well, sure, you betcha. I like how slow I'm going on a simple livery. This is fantastic. Oh, yeah, yeah. I've been scatterbrained too, which is pretty normal for one of my livery streams. This is a. Hey, Lewis, what's up, man? This is a. This is a random idea. I've had this honey idea like stuck in my head. So all of it came from literally. I wonder if I can find what car it was. There was I think it's a GT3. Porsche livery I saw out there, like in real life one. It was like green. I don't know if anybody knows what I'm talking about. It was like a darker green, like a forest green. I have so many pictures in my phone of screenshots just when I have ideas off of something. Anyways, it was like a forest green, and I think it was a gold, like a gold accent. And it had this off center. I mean, duck, duck, gray duck. What? Why would there be a goose? Obviously, it's just a gray duck. It's just, another duck in the circle. Just different colors. It had this offset racing stripe thing, and it just stuck in my head of using that idea with this honeycomb with a chrome backing. I don't know. I don't know what they had in that racing stripe either. I just remember it was gold and offset. And so from there, I just, yeah. Oh, for cute. I don't actually really use that one at all. So I've talked about it on my streams before, but so the inspiration will come from all over. I'll see races going on and have ideas off of what real cars have done, other pictures on like Instagram of actual real life cars, driving around and seeing random billboards or stuff on car. It comes from everywhere. Don't know if I want to do like a small one. Down here, if that would look dumb. We're going to put it down here and just look at it for a second. Might have to move the honeybee if I do it, but I don't want to overdo those. So I might also do them down. You never know where it's going to come from. I don't do a lot of replica liveries. I'll say that much. Nice, nice. Yeah, I don't do a lot of like replica liveries. I've done a couple. It's not fully my thing. Let's flip this. Where'd it go? There you are. But yeah, the inspiration comes from, you never know where it's going to come from. I don't know if I want to do that one to be like the bottom of that. In this case, my inspiration is literally a bottle of Jack Daniels honey. I'm going to mask off that little gold piece down here. I mentioned this before to people. All right, Cece. Hey, I appreciate you hanging out, trying to speak my language and everything. I mentioned this before. I don't. I normally work on one side of the car's decals before going to the other. just so I can, if I need to space them and change them, I don't have to do it on both sides. So that's why this side's still blank. I'll go back and duplicate those over to the other side once I feel good about where I have them. That way I don't have to change both of these like while I'm messing around with ideas. Like a specific lobby? I mean, I've raced at those places, but like, I don't know if you mean if there's a specific one that I don't know about. Like, is it like a livery type one? Because I've never actually joined any. I think there's some livery type lobbies out there, and I've never done that before. If that's what you're speaking about. Oh no, I haven't. I have not. That's another thing. I haven't done a lot of NASCAR liveries. I did uh, a Brad Keselowski. Oh boy, what one was it? I don't remember now. What was the main sponsor on that guy? It wasn't a build. It wasn't the submarines one. Anyways, I did one. It was take like a modern NASCAR livery and put it on like an old school muscle car, basically. No, it wasn't Miller Lite. It was like a recent sponsor now. Yeah, it wasn't the Castro colors either. It was like the red. What's the sponsor he has that he's run with like the red and the blue and the. It was like the chrome. No, I mean a lot of his numbers are chrome now. Man, who? What was on it? Boy, I can't remember. I could find it, I'm sure, in my collection. But all right. No, not King's Hawaiian either. Not the. I did want to do that one. I don't think I could find all of the sponsors I wanted for it. No, and it wasn't all. Literally all RFK sponsors. And I don't know if he's. It was from a couple years. It was from his first year at RFK, I believe. So that was what 3 years ago, I think. Why can't I remember? It's gonna bug me. Oh, yeah, no problem. Are you live now, Maverick? And yeah, I appreciate it, man. Like I said, I'm here to help. Like, I can't help you become an A plus driver. I'm only an A driver. I can't get you to A plus, but I can help teach people liveries. Like, I I am out here to share my knowledge. You can share your knowledge, and maybe the next person might be even better. And that's cool with me. I'm not trying to hold all the knowledge to myself. Oh, nice. Hey, I appreciate it. I probably will catch you live later because I won't be live super like a long time longer, but I am trying to. It could have been. So it was red. It had red, white, and blue, a darker navy blue. So it might have been. You know what? I think it might have been the patriotic one because I think it was one that he was running. Um, they'll put like the lieutenant or sergeant names on. So yeah, that might be it. You might have hit it after I struggled. Somebody's got to hog some of the paint, Henry. Was there a flat Jack Daniels that had the pinstriping above it? That's not flat, not flat. I guess maybe I could do. See, I think I want the flat. Oh yeah, like I said, that was circa back when I first started going to races. The Jack Daniels on. Oh, who was running it back in like 05, 06? Was that was that when Martin Truex was he in it? In the No, who am I thinking about? But yeah, dude, some of those I love some of those old. I wish they could bring back. Yeah, Mark Martin 08 is 08 the race at Michigan that I swore he died. Was 08 the year that he hit the pit wall? Anyways, yeah, like Jamie McMurray back when he was had the Crown Royal, and then oh yeah, Boyer. I think Boyer's too. But what year was it that Mark Martin just? I think that was around 08 ish. Because I didn't make. So 07 was one of the years I missed because 07 in August was a rain out on Sunday. Yeah, no, no, no. Mark Martin, he uh he spun in the race and coming down, and he spun down pit road, and right behind his driver's door, I think it hit just behind him. He hit the pit entry wall to into the garage area because that happened right down in front of us. And I swore because of where it was going to hit him right in the driver's door because he hit it going so fast. Just have to manually put these on there, I guess. We finally have a Canadian come and speak. Island, I said at the beginning, I wish I could tell you the minute because I started trying to do this as Arizona tea and I gave up. And when I picked Jack Daniels after that, I go, maybe this isn't the best idea right now. Um, I wish I could tell you what minute it was because I said that Island at the beginning. I'm like, I don't know if this is the greatest idea right now. I don't know. I like those there. So yeah, Island, I'm aware. I was like, this might not be the best timely decision I've ever made. I am definitely aware though, and I don't blame you guys one bit. Yeah, I saw all of that. I saw articles on it yesterday. It was pretty early in the stream though. I had to switch up and I switched to doing this Jack Daniels idea I had. I was like, man, I've had this Jack Daniels idea forever, and now is when I'm finally going to do it. I was like, this isn't the best timing for this, but you know, here we are. Oops, I want to go to other. What was I gonna do? Yeah, we're going to just basically trying to come up with putting the bottle on a car, bottle label on a car, basically. But yeah, I promise, Island. This has nothing to do with America and Canada. This is just a coincidence of what I wanted to do and poor timing. So if anybody watching doesn't want this and gets annoyed with this, the bleed through, and you don't really want it there. This is another one of those things where you go over to projection range and limit your depth. Normally, depth does it the best because it's, pushing through. Sometimes you have to change angle too. Just play with that. Bring your depth down. It won't go through most of the time. Maybe Alan, I'll have to do a Canadian whiskey livery next just to make up for it. Hey, Luke, what's up? That's what I was doing next. See if this works up here or not. Um, it is my this is my PSN and then my username is just Sugar Shuffles. That's why my that's why my name on here has Sugar Shuffles in it. It's all because I'm in a lot of GT7 streams. So I put Sugar Shuffles so when people see it, they know. We're gonna I like that. We're gonna go with that. Still want to put something. I might put my own little a Caesar cocktail livery. I will be down to do many. I just need hey Big Joe, thank you for that like. I just have to have the decals. because I am still a novice at putting my own decals in. A cocktail with tomato juice, huh? I've never heard of it. Now, a Bloody Mary. Winter has broken these people. Um, that's what I was going to do. How you doing, Big Joe? And hopefully I haven't missed anybody else coming in. Tariffs include. Oh, Maverick. I don't, you know, I don't want to stir that up. I ain't gonna stir that up. Not here. Do I want that? I have a bottom. Is it this one? I like that better in white. I think I like that better in white. I'll make it a little smaller though. It's kind of thick. I've done some. I normally I've done half and halves. I really should do fade front to back. I should try that sometime. A fade front to back. I've done a lot of half and half. I did a Jack and Coke half and half car where the right side was Jack Daniels, the left side was Coke, which is pretty fun. Let's see. Let's put something Jack Daniels on the back wing. Kohler. There we go. Kohler. There we go. Thank you. That's what it was. That was gonna bug me until I went to go find it. I normally put sugar shuffles in the back. Like that's just one of my staples. But I normally put it straight down the middle. Can't really do that this time. Ooh, NRL. Hold on one sec. Let me think about this for a second. NRL is a league put on by streamer McNaughty Gaming. You can find him at McNaughty Gaming. Um, he puts on a little season. It's normally what 1 week we do qualifying, and then 3 weeks of racing, and then a championship race. Um, it's a league full of different skill levels, but the top is getting quick. I'm not in the top, don't worry. And it isn't just group cars. It can be basically anything in brand central. Normally, we have a week or two of group cars, um, and normally some other cars like randomly like the Radical or the Red Bull, or we've done karts before. It gets kind of crazy at times, either crazy tire wear and fuel consumption, or sometimes crazy cars, weather, kind of the unpredictableness. But it is a yeah, basically it's a league full of a bunch of pretty good guys. Everybody's welcome to join. But if you're interested in more, make sure you go sub to McNaughty Gaming. He puts it all on. It gets broadcast. He's got a broadcast team. He's got stewards. He's got people behind the scenes helping him. Uh, so yeah, check that out. I am a Tar Heels fan. It's basically the only team that's not from Minnesota that I'm a fan of. Kind of came from. I was an oops. My closest sibling is 13 years older than me, and so they grew up on Jordan coming up in college. And since I grew up in the 90s, I grew up Jordan on the Bulls. So between those two things, I just became a North Carolina fan when I was young because my siblings were. So, boo. So yeah, it's basically the only way I get away from my misery of being a Minnesota sports fan. And this year it's been a little bit of misery with North Carolina too. They've been on a nice run lately, but gonna have to either beat Duke or have a good run in the tourney, conference tourney, to have a shot. But yeah, otherwise I'm you've probably heard first CC was talking about Minnesota, but now I've said Minnesota like 3 times in the past 10 minutes. I reside in Minnesota, so I am mostly a Minnesota sports fan, which oh, that's true. Go Big Blue. Yeah, I didn't hear the big part. Sorry. My bad, Joe. Um, yeah, yeah. The Minnesota sports just comes with its own pain. Let's do something on the back here. The offset with all of this junk going on in this car. I now see CC left. I now see where you can see a face on this car on the back. But with all of this stuff going on the back of the car, I think I might just do some normal bumper. Could I figure out what way I'm doing these? I don't even know if I'm going to want this anyways. This is a lot of work for a thing I might not even do. Oh, that kind of works. I mean, Big Joe, all you can do is try. There's getting to be so many. I don't even know if I'll make it out of qualifying. Um, the hardest might be one that I never shared because it's. I should go check if it's on Frozen now. I had a Frozen livery. Speaking of, I should save this. Um, Sorry, getting a little scatterbrained here, but I want to save this before I've got nothing. The most difficult one, I think I did an R8 livery, Group 3, for a competition, a livery competition, and I think that's got to be up there. But I never got to share it because it got frozen. I got screenshots and everything to send pictures in for the competition, luckily. But now it's frozen, and I should go back and see if it fixed itself because sometimes that gets fixed. So maybe we'll do that here. I want to try to finish up some of these touches here. Um, so like, I don't know if you mean while you're in it. I've never had it happen like while I was in it, but literally what I'm talking about on this one, on answering your last question, is when I go back into it, it it won't load it and it'll just spin. And I never got to share it like out to the public, but it just spins. And so I think it's kind of the same ish, but maybe not the same exact error you've had. But like I spent a ton of time on it, and I don't know if it's like one decal screwing it all up or what, but yeah, I hate it. I hate that I'm locked out of it. I can still see it though. I have it on a car, and I'm never taking it off a car. All right, man. If I'm not here, because I'll probably be finishing up soon too. Thank you for joining, sharing on your community. Hopefully, I'll be over there. Everybody, Mav also goes live. He races over in the UK, but he'll race on his US account from time to time. Chill stream, and we can all blame Rowdy over there. So, but appreciate you stopping in and chatting and keeping me going. Well, you weren't chatting. Let's put something non Jack Daniels back here. I normally put YouTube stuff on because a lot of times on my own personal ones, I try to promote my channel a little bit. I'm gonna move. Yeah, I appreciate it. If I'm not here, have a good one. I'll probably say hi in your stream at some point. Once I'm off here, I'll be jumping around some streams. So appreciate you, bud. I just gotta finish. If I'm gonna put anything up here, otherwise, I think I'm settled on a lot of this stuff. I kind of like the way it's come out. I'm gonna check the paint color underneath and see if any other golds look better with it. But all right, I'm gonna start putting this stuff on the other side of the car because I don't think I'm changing much. I'm gonna move this just a teeny bit. Hopefully the mirror's on the same side on the other side. Oops, needed that one to be symmetrical. This one's symmetrical. Just gonna add a little Just this little guy down here. Although the back of this car has enough circles on it. Between the tail lights, all these other. I don't know what this one is. I don't know what that is. Papa, I'm about done. I keep saying I'm about done, but I'm about done. I just want to finish this one up. I like getting it done in one stream. I don't there's something that's just kind of soothing to me about working on them, Papa. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I didn't duplicate this one. Which I think I'm going to do. That might be how I fill some of this space up top. Gonna And let's see what doing this over, because nothing's symmetrical really on this anyways. I don't know if I'm going to like it or not, so we're just going to... I put... I don't know what I'd put in there for a sponsor or something, though. One thing I didn't do that I normally do, let's go look for alpha stuff. No. I did. It's just FA. I thought that was wrong. All right. Let's see. Where we're doing stuff is tan. I normally try to add in stuff that has to do with the manufacturer. I haven't done any of that on this car. This is how my collection gets messy because I start putting a bunch in that I don't know if I'm going to use or not. I like having the main sponsor on it. Or not the main sponsor, the main badge. Oh, that's cool. Having a little bit of, that's not the same gold I'm using, but having gold and black in there is kind of cool. I like that. I liked this too. The only problem is the gold on the outside. I'm gonna rock with that. Let's go see. we're going to go and grab which one do I try? Just gonna cover that up on this side since the the gas, the fuel cell is right there on this side, which I saw beforehand. I just figured I'll just leave it out on this side. I think I'm gonna settle in on this. I might. I gotta still figure out which do I like better. Do I like having the gold here on the grill spot, or do I like it filled in with the dark brown? I think I might have the brown just so the other spots pop a little more. So I still gotta go add that. That's an other. That was this piece. Oops. And JK, if you're still here, and if Papa's still here, Papa is a big NASCAR fan. I think I'm going to keep that. And the brown looks okay. All right, all right, all right. We got rims. Oh, I got a couple things on. Duplicate this and move it. Duplicate this guy. Got to duplicate this one symmetrically. And then this over the top. And we need to put something on the rear wing. I haven't done any advanced stuff on this. Might just do a plain old. Yeah, I only mentioned it because Papa was here for a split second. He might still be here lurking. He's working, but Papa's House of Game is a big NASCAR fan. We are going to finish this up here in the next few minutes. Probably share it, and then probably take a photo of it so I can use as my thumbnail. And then I might go try to look at that R8 that I was talking about before. Yeah, I like that. All right, let's see. I'll give it a little spin here. I might change the colors on the mirrors. Just making sure I didn't miss anything. And I got to change the color on the rims. Let's see. Side mirrors. Let's throw. Oh, you can't even color the whole thing. I actually kind of like that. Kind of like it's still going to keep that pop of gold. Hey, T1. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This 4C, not only was it weird because of all of these weird angles and stuff and the way the car flows, but the fact you can't change some of these colors. With the mirrors, if I wanted to change this gold, I technically can because it's not going to mess up other spots. But the other, I want that gold trim, but I want to be able to paint the back here, and you can't paint that. That is so weird. But it works out. It'll be fine. All right, so let's go check out these rims. I didn't even change the rims on it. This is just what they are. That's the chrome I have on there. What I like to do sometimes trying to figure out my rim colors is use these base colors first. Black always looks good. And then I'll go to special colors. That's my base color. I think I might go with base color. Base color or black? I mean, black can never not hit. Black just always looks good. Chrome normally looks good too. Like they're just classic colors, but I think we're gonna go the matching. However, before I fully decided on this, I wanted to go and look at the body and just see. I don't like the flakes though. Like it's gonna look good in any of these golds, but what I was going for, I think I'm keeping. What I was going for was that like if you look at a bottle of Jack Daniel's honey, it has this through the bottle, just this color. I think that's what I'm gonna rock with. I think this is close to that. I like that color. might add one spot for plugging the channel. Where is it? I guess. I'm going to do that one I saw before. It's just, I don't know. It seems dumb having it right over the top. Even putting the YouTube logo here. No. Okay, this one. Said I was almost done like half an hour ago. Just don't want to get lost in the vents. All right. Let's overwrite that bad boy. Wait. No, 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 no. I didn't even put it on there. Too quick. Too quick with the buttons. Let me go back in. Put it on. Take a couple photos in here. I love how different it hits when it's in the garage there. We're going to go look at it that quick, but just taking a couple quick shots for when I share. Sharing Discords and stuff. All right, now I'm gonna make sure I didn't change anything, but save it real quick. Back out. Apply it this time. Yeah, well, it's spinning around the garage here. Like you can just you see the pop of the chrome we've been working with the whole time that you kind of miss when we're not, you know. But just that pop of that chrome with the semi gloss is I always love that. It's just fantastic. All right. Last thing we're doing before we wrap this up is let's go into scapes real quick. I'm gonna take a quick scape of it for my thumbnail, and then I'm gonna go try to open that R8, which may freeze everything. But because of Jay's question, it made me think I haven't actually checked that in a long time, so maybe it works now. We're doing that at the end because if I crash out, it's the end of the stream anyways. So, um, yeah, then I'll just know it's the end. Let's place this new Jack Daniels honey car. Keep closing my chat. All right. Take that photo quick. Can I get rid of the things on the bottom? No, 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 no. I forgot to change one thing. It's changing this to extra fine quality. So yeah, while we're wrapping up, make sure you guys, if you're not subscribed, I do these. I try to do these kind of often lately. Random livery streams. I do also race dailies, GTWS, and NRL, which Nightbot is so helpfully. That's the dumbest word that isn't a word. Uh, has helped with. I stream the NRL races when I race them too. But I also have videos if you're trying to find some tips and tricks to make sure you check out those Livery 101. Hey, couch, buttons pressed. Um, but yeah, check out those Livery 101 videos as well. They got helpful tips in there. I'm gonna keep trying to do those just because it's nice to have them in small chunks that you can go and watch instead of a 2.5, 3 hour stream. Um, you can't ask questions in them, but always drop. If you got questions, leave them in the comments. I read all my comments, so I will either put them in the next Delivery 101 or while I'm live. And if you show up, like, you can always ask me questions. We are going to, as I wrap this up, thank you guys all for coming, chatting today, all those new subs. Y'all have been awesome. It's always fun to chill while I'm doing these and having somebody to talk to. I am going to try to go get in this R8. If I crash, I'm sorry. I'm ending the stream anyways, but Jay's question before was one of my most difficult liveries. And this is that livery. It was for a competition and the prompt was was outer space. Or space or no, it was intergalactic was the prompt. Any car. And this is where I took it. This full layered, transparent, just galaxy that I made. And because of all of these things, it crashed this livery for me. It's still on my R8, and I will not take it off because it's there. But it was a super fun livery to do. It was really difficult just trying to get everything I wanted and how I wanted it. We're gonna go try to see if I can get into it because I would love to. Oh, I didn't share that. I'm going to share the one I just did in case you guys are interested in getting it. It'll be under the tags Sugar Shuffles or Jack Daniels. Or you can always, my PSN is in chat here too. You can always add me or go look for me. Um, we're going to try to get in this. I haven't tried this in a long time. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. We can get in and I can save it. But normally right here is where it just spins and spins and spins. All right. Well, that's a good start. If I crash, you guys know I'm sad. So far, we're working though, so we'll just name it Interstellar. Actually, it may have been Interstellar was the prompt. Something like that. You know what it was. All right, here we go. Moment of truth. Share, 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 share. Please share. Oh my gosh. This thing was locked for weeks. This thing was locked for weeks. Let's go. I still have to be able to share it, but I've never even been able to save it to share it. Wow. Wait, what was it again? I'll put my take first. But yeah, basically everything I do, if I can type. Hey, yeah. By the way, JK, that's the 32 I use on all my. Those are my personal. That's my personal number that I use, and yeah, it's the. I, I believe it is off of LaJoy's. Yeah, couch. So sometimes just the number of decals, because this did have a ton of decals on it. I didn't even max it out though. Sometimes there's decals that'll get quote unquote corrupted, and if they're on there, it can sometimes lock it. Sometimes it's just unknown. Like it doesn't ever tell you. When it happened to me, it was the first time it ever happened, and I went to the every livery group I knew of and asked questions. They gave me different ways to try to figure it out. So it's kind of unknown, but those are the normal reasons it happens. Let's go more basic for a tag in case people ever see it. Here we go. Um, some of the things that I've had this happen now to me since where I got locked out of one, and some of the things they said that helped as tips is go get in another car in another livery and go drive a few laps on just any track. Just go run a few laps on those tracks and then try to come back to it. And that worked on another car. It didn't work on this one. Everything I did for this one, it didn't work. But I don't know. It was a pretty. I just really love the way it felt like another dimension. Yeah, I finished it. I finished it. CC. Actually, since this didn't freeze on me, I'll go share it while I'm on stream right now. You can see the finished product because I forgot to share it, and then I'm gonna jump off. This is the Jack Daniels honey livery, but I'll share it now so it's out there. Yeah, I forgot to do the saving and sharing when I got out of this. And part of the reason I wanted, I've started doing these livery ones is to try to do a livery on stream and share it, the full process. That front is still a little funky. It gets me a little bit. I'm not going to be picky with it, but it does. I said that when I was doing it. All right, so tag sugar shuffles. Yeah, the only liveries you won't find under sugar shuffles for the most part are some of my early ones. I didn't tag them that way. And I have some competition ones where there's specific tags you had to use and there wasn't enough room. And I'm like, well, I can't even use my own personal tag. That kind of sucks. But a lot of those competitions, they also are trying to promote themselves in their league or whatever. So doing one last thing. This is for Jay. Let's see. By manufacturer should be the best, I think. Ford. There it was. The Kohler generators. It was Replicate it as best you like. It didn't have to be a replica. It was just a modern feel, a modern dang it, CC. A modern feel on a old muscle car. And so this is the closest I've done to doing a quote unquote like doing a remake or a you know a real life car. Most of them I come up with my own stuff, but this is pretty close to what his car was. If you put it on a car, it wasn't exact. Like I said, it's not exact, but it's pretty close. I really like doing this one too. But look at all of the sponsors you were naming. Like around the back behind the window there, you got King's Hawaiian Rolls, Castrol. I actually the name I used because this is was for um, the 500 and they do the patriotic schemes. That was actually a high school buddy of mine who lost his life in Afghanistan. Yeah. Oh yeah. Is did I get Violet on here? I know Violet was. Oh yeah, Violet was in the back there. Yep. But yeah, I kind of tributed him on my windshield screen for it too, which kind of gave it a personal touch. Is why I like it even more. But yeah, so yeah, it's it was when we were pretty young too. I think we were 21, 22. Like we were very young. He wasn't like he wasn't like super close friend, but like he was close enough of a friend to where it hit me. He was one of those acquaintances, friends. Like he was in that range where when it happened and I got the news, everything I thought about was all the conversations we had like through high school of, dude, we need to do this. Like he brought it up to me and like I just, had that instant regret of things we never did. He loved BMX biking and I lived out in this small town and down the street there was kids in town. We set up these jumps and this like little BMX course type thing and he brought it up. He wanted to come out and never did it, but actually my favorite driver probably is Brad. Uh, I don't I don't have a ton of favorite drivers, anymore. Um, but I've been a Brad fan since he came up, and he was Dodge. I was a big just like Dodge manufacturer fan. But yeah, since they left, I've followed Brad. I like Ryan Blaney, but I wouldn't call myself the biggest fans. Yeah, Brad's probably the closest thing to a favorite driver I have. But anyways, yeah, no, I know, CC. It doesn't eat me up too much, but those are the things that went through my head. This happened when we were in our early 20s, and I'm, in my late 30s now. So it doesn't eat me up anymore. But those are the things that, went through my brain as it happened, as a young adult. And some of the, first times you're really dealing with that, right? It's kind of one of those things you got to be thankful for the things you did get to do and not overthink the things you weren't able to do. But yeah, love this car and that part was just my own, nobody who I shared this livery to knew about that. They had no idea. They probably didn't even know cuz this competition had a lot of people from the other side of the pond, and some of them didn't even probably didn't even know like NASCAR does this for a specific race, that type of stuff. They'll put somebody else's name on the front. But anyways, because I'll keep rambling. I do this every stream. It's called the Minnesota Goodbye, and you just kind of keep talking. I don't know if other states have that, but Minnesota definitely has it. Oh, sure, you betcha, and you just keep going. It was another good one today. Thank you guys for joining me. Like I said before, thanks for the subs, the likes, and yeah, appreciate you guys being here and chilling while I create what some people call art. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.